So now we're doing dividing fractions, and we're still in 5.3. So remember when we were subtracting numbers, integers? Say I said 5 subtract -4. Remember, you keep the first one the same, this changes to add, and this one changes to the opposite, +4, and then it's easy, 9. Well, with dividing fractions, it's the same thing. Multiply is easy. So let's change the divide into multiply. So what you do is, it says you keep the first fraction the same. You change the divide and you put it into multiply. And here, when you had subtract going to the opposite, here we're going to make this fraction go upside down, and it's called the reciprocal. So I'm going to take this fraction 1/8 and flip it upside down so it becomes 8/1. And now look, it's multiply. Easy peasy. There. So the first fraction stays the same, change the divide to multiply, and the second fraction, eglib, reciprocal, change it upside down. So let's do a few together. So we first check, does it look like this? It always has to look like this to be able to divide or multiply. Yes, it looks like that. So the first fraction stays the same. When we see divide, we go, oh, let's change it to multiply. And then the 2/3, eglib. We do the reciprocal, we change it upside down, so it becomes 3/2. Now it's multiply. Easy peasy. 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 2 is 8. Then we check, can I make it more simple? Nope. And it's a proper fraction, so I'm done. Small, big, proper fraction. Okay, let's check this one. Does it look like this? Yes. So I can do divide. So the first fraction stays the same. I see divide, I go, I don't want to divide, I want to change it to multiply. It's so much easier. The second fraction, eglib, it must go upside down, the reciprocal. So 7/3. Now it's just multiply. 2 times 7 is 14, 5 times 3 is 15. Let's check. Can I make it more simple? Nope. And look, it's small, big. It's a proper fraction, so I'm done. Okay, you finish the page. Okay, or I'll do one more. Let's do the last one together. I see divide. I go, oh, I don't want to do divide. Multiply is easy. So the first fraction stays the same. We change the divide to multiply. And the second fraction, eglib, reciprocal. Change it upside down, reciprocal. And then I go, oh, it's just multiply. That's easy. 3 times 12 is 36. 8 times 7, let's check, because 8 times tables are hard sometimes. 56. Let's check. Can I make that more simple? 36/56? Yes. That's 9/14. 14. Let me write it nicer so you can see it. Arbitrage. And it's small, big. So it's a proper fraction, so I'm done. Okay. Let's do, you finish that page. Let's go to the next one. So, does it look like this? No, it doesn't. That means I have, because see, look, this is mixed. It doesn't look like that. So I have to make it look like this first, before I can even start the divide. Okay? So, 10/12 is fine, but this one is not. It's a mixed fraction. So the cake is cut into 3 pieces. Okay? So I go 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 3, 4, 5. There. So now I've made it into 1, 2, 1, 2. That's good. All right? Now I can do divide. So you can't do any of the changing it to multiply, reciprocal. You can't do any of that until it looks really nice, like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Now, We see divide and we go, oh, I don't want to divide. Let's change that to multiply. So the first fraction stays the same. We change it to multiply, and the second fraction, eglub, goes upside down. 12 over 10. Now it's multiply. Easy peasy. 5 times 12 is 60. 3 times 10 is 30. Then we say, can we make it more simple? Let's check. 60 over 30. Oh, it's 2. There's really 2 whole cakes. There's no fractions. Okay, let's do this one. Does it look like this? The first one does. This one does not. So I can't do anything until I make it look beautiful like this first. So let's draw our little boxes. Keep it divide because we can't do any divide yet. So the first one is nice. 41 over 50. This cake is cut into 7 pieces, so it stays the same. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 6, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So that's 41. Now it looks beautiful. Okay? Now I go, oh, divide? I don't want to divide. Multiply is so easy. Let's do multiply instead. The first fraction stays the same. Change it to multiply because we like multiply. And the second fraction, eglub, reciprocal. It goes upside down. And that's it. Multiply is easy. 41 times 7, 287 over, and then 50 times 41, 2050. Well, those are big numbers. Can we make it smaller? Probably. Yep. And then I check, is it proper? Yes. So we're done. Okay. Let's do number 8 together. Does it look like this? No. So I can't do divide yet. I have to make it look pretty first. So let's make it look nice. There. So let's do the first one. The cake is cut into 4 pieces. So 9 times 4 is 36, plus 3 more slices is 39. This cake is cut into 5 pieces, and I have 2 of them. So 2 cakes with 5 pieces. That means there's 10 pieces here, and then I have to add on the 3 extra pieces, so it's 13. Now it looks nice. Now I'm happy. But then I go, oh, it's divide. I don't want to divide. Multiply is so easy. So the first fraction stays the same. We change it to multiply, and the second fraction, eglub, goes upside down, reciprocal, 5 over 13. Then I just multiply the tops. Oops. 39 times 5, 4 times 13. Now can I make that more simple? Probably, because they're big numbers. Yep. 15 over 4. But look, it's improper. That's not good. We can't leave it that way. We need to make it mixed. So hit the shift button and then the SD button. There. That really says I have 3 cakes and then 3 extra pieces. 3 full cakes and then 3 extra pieces. Okay. Let's look. Next page. So we're still dividing. So, does it look like this? No. So I have to make it look like this first. Okay, so let's write it nicely beside. So, how can I make 6 like a fraction? Just put it over 1. 6 over 1. And this is good, 3 over 4. So now it looks pretty. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now that means I can do multiply or divide. So, oh, but it's divide. I don't like divide. I like multiply. So let's change it to multiply. So the first fraction stays the same. It changes to multiply, and this fraction, eglub, goes upside down, reciprocal. It's called the reciprocal. Now it's just multiply. That's easy peasy. 6 times 4 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. Can I make it more simple? Probably. Oops. 24 over 3. 8. That means I have 8 whole cakes. All right. Let's do number 2. Does it look like this? No. So I have to make it look like this. 4 over 7 looks fine. But 2, how do I make 2 a fraction? I just put it over 1. There. Now I'm happy because it looks nice. 1, 2, 1, 2. But I don't like divide. I like multiply. So let's change this to multiply. So this fraction stays the same. The first one always stays the same. The divide changes to multiply. And the second fraction, eglub, changes upside down. Reciprocal. Reciprocal. I multiply the tops together, and I multiply the bottoms together. And then I go, can I make it more simple? 4 over 14, 2 over 7, and then I check. It's proper. So good, I'm finished. Oops. Good, I'm finished. Let's do number 5 together. Okay? You have to do all the questions, but I'm going to do some for you. So I go, does it look pretty? No, something looks funny. It doesn't look like this. So let's make it look like this. 50. Well, I have to put it over 1 to make it a fraction. Okay. This is a mixed number. I have to make it improper. So the cakes are cut into 3 pieces, so that stays the same. And I have 16 cakes, and each cake is cut into 3. So how many pieces with those cakes? So that's 48 pieces there, but then I have to add the 2 extra pieces. So 48, 49, 50. Now it looks pretty. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I can divide. But I don't want to divide. Look, I don't like divide. I want to multiply because it's easy. So the first fraction stays the same. I change it to multiply because it's so much easier. And the second fraction, eglub, reciprocal. It goes upside down. And then I just multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms, and then I go, can I make that more simple? Yes, it's 3. So really, I have 3 cakes. Just 3 cakes. All right? So, easy? Now the last page that you have to do, it has multiply and divide all mixed together. So here's a multiply and here's a divide. So be careful. Every question you have to check. So every question you have to check to see if you're doing it correctly. So here, what I want you to do is I have to go 50, divide by. To get this fraction here, you must go shift fraction button to get the 3 boxes. That means it's a mixed number. 2 over 3. See, we got the correct answer. So then put a check mark because you know you're correct. Let's check this one on your calculator. 6 divided by 3 over 4. 8. Good, we got it correct. So I want you to check every single question to make sure you're doing it correct. Because you don't want to keep doing it if you're making mistakes. Okay?